Welcome to the Small Business AI Toolbox. If you run a small business and want practical ways to save time and work smarter, you're in the right place. No hype, no jargon, no tech overwhelm. One tool, one use case, one thing you can implement this week. Each episode, I break down a real business problem and walk you through a simple workflow using AI to help you respond faster, make more money, and run a smoother operation. Welcome to the Small Business AI Toolbox. If you run a small business and want practical ways to save time and work smarter, you're in the right place. No hype, no jargon, no tech overwhelm. One tool, one use case, one thing you can implement this week. Each episode, I break down a real business problem and walk you through a simple workflow using AI to help you respond faster, make more money, and run a smoother operation. Let me start with a scenario that plays out every single day across small businesses everywhere. A homeowner's pipe bursts, a restaurant cooler goes down, a retail customer needs a rush order filled. They grab their phone, they search for help, and they contact multiple businesses at the same time, and then they wait. Here's what the research consistently shows. Whoever responds first usually gets the job. Not the biggest company, not the cheapest quote, simply the fastest reply. Businesses that respond to a new lead within 5 minutes close 2 to 3 times more jobs than businesses that wait even an hour. 2 to 3 times. That's a massive gap, and most small businesses are on the wrong side of it. Not because they don't care, but because they're busy running their business. Think about what a typical day looks like. You're on a job, you're helping a customer on site, you're managing your crew, driving between locations, handling the 100 small things that come with running a small business. Sitting down to write a polished professional reply the moment a new lead hits your inbox, that's just not realistic for most business owners. And even when you do find a moment to reply, there's the blank screen problem. You know you need to respond. You open the email and you stare at it, trying to figure out exactly what to say, right? Your brain is changing gears. You're doing all these other things. Now you have to change gears, evaluate what's being written, and come up with a reply. And by the time you finally type something out and hit send, an hour's gone by, sometimes 2, sometimes the next morning or the next day. And by then, your lead has already hired someone else. So here's the thing I want to be clear about. It's not a discipline problem. It's not a hustle problem. The problem isn't effort, it's timing and that blank screen. So here's a specific example that makes this concrete. A customer reaches out to a plumbing company and their message reads something like this. Hi, I think we have a leak coming from our water heater. There's water pooling on the floor and it's getting worse. We're at 111 Main Street in Orlando. Are you available today? If so, how soon could someone come out and what would the cost look like? That is an urgent, ready-to-book lead. That customer is not shopping around casually. They have water on their floor and they need someone today. So now imagine the owner of that plumbing company is trying to manage 5 different things at once, right? Doesn't have time to think about how to craft a response and puts it off till later. So another plumber who replied gets the job booked. It's not hypothetical. This is what happens every day in plumbing, HVAC, landscaping, cleaning services, professional services, anywhere a customer reaches out and waits to see who responds first. So here's the good news. You don't need to write lead replies from scratch anymore. You don't need to stare at a blank screen trying to find the right words, and you don't need to hire someone to manage your inbox. You really just need ChatGPT and one good prompt. This can be used with any other AI platform too. Our example is with ChatGPT. So here's how simple this is. You go to ChatGPT, completely free. No paid plan is needed with this. You can paste the customer's message in, you run one prompt, 30 seconds later, you have a professional ready to send reply. You can think of ChatGPT like a calm assistant. They never get overwhelmed, and you can hand it to the customer's words, tell it what kind of reply you need, and it drafts it instantly. You review it, you personalize it and with the customer's name, if you have it, and you send it from your phone in under 60 seconds. That's the whole system. So let me walk you through exactly how to do this. If you're getting value from this, I built something for you. It's called the AI Quick Win Checklist for small business owners. It takes about 10 minutes and helps you identify exactly where AI can save you the most time across email, customer service, marketing, operations, and sales. Wherever you check the most boxes, that's your biggest opportunity. And each section includes one quick win you can implement this week. It's free. Go to openthetoolbox.com. That's OPENTHETOOL box.com. And when you subscribe, you'll get one plain English strategy each week, one tool, one use case, and one thing you can use immediately. All right, back to the episode. Step 1, go to chat.openai.com or open the ChatGPT app on your phone. The free version handles everything we're doing today. Step 2, copy this prompt. It says, I run and in brackets, type of business called, and then in brackets, business name. So you'll fill those two things in. A potential customer sent this inquiry, brackets, paste the message. Write a short, friendly, personal reply that acknowledges their issue with empathy, reassures them we can help, mentions we can respond quickly, sounds trustworthy and experienced, and asks for the best phone number or time to connect. Keep it under 100 words and ready to send. Step 3, paste the customer's actual message into the bracket where it says paste the message. Fill in your business type and name in those brackets. Hit send and check what comes back. Add the customer's name if you have it and send it. From the moment you open ChatGPT to the moment you send the reply, under 60 seconds. Most of the time, probably under 30. Now let me show you what this actually looks like in practice using that water heater example. So again, the customer's message was, hi, I think we have a leak coming from our water heater. There's water pooling on the floor and it's getting worse. We're at 111 Main Street in Orlando. Are you available today? If so, how soon could someone come out and what would the cost look like? You paste that into ChatGPT with the prompt. Here's the response that I got back. So I pasted that into ChatGPT with the prompt, and this is the response I got back. Hi, I'm sorry you're dealing with that. A leaking water heater can escalate quickly, and we can definitely help. We have a technician available today and can respond fast to prevent further damage. Pricing depends on what we find, but we'll walk you through everything clearly before any work is done. What's the best phone number to reach you or a good time to call so we can get you scheduled right away? It acknowledges the urgency, right? It reassures the customer. It communicates speed. It builds trust, and it asks for the next step. That reply took less time to generate than it took me to read it to you. And it's better than most replies that business owners spend 5-10 minutes writing from scratch. And that 5-10 minutes might be an hour and a half if there was a delay in actually getting to write it and think about how to write it. Now, here's where it gets really useful for your day-to-day operations. Once you run the prompt a few times, you'll notice that certain inquiry types come up over and over. For a plumber, might be water heater leaks, pipe bursts, slow drains, bathroom renovations, right? For a landscaper, spring cleanups, weekly mowing, irrigation installs, fall leaf removal, one-time mulching jobs, things like that. So if you run the prompt for each of your 4 or 5 most common inquiry types, save the results in a Notes app or a simple Google Doc. Okay, you can even save that on your phone. Now, instead of staring at a blank screen and starting from zero every time a new lead comes in, you're copying and personalizing. You grab the template that's closest to the inquiry, you add the customer's name, and 1 or 2 specific details, you send it. No blank screen, no delay, fast, professional, and handled. Now, I want you to do one thing. Find the last lead inquiry you received. Even if you already replied to it, paste it into ChatGPT and run the prompt. 30 seconds later, you're going to see a faster, cleaner version, probably of what maybe you had already replied. And more importantly, you'll know exactly what to do the next time a lead comes in. You can get the full prompt formatted and ready to copy in this week's newsletter, along with a step-by-step walkthrough. Also down in the show notes, you're going to find the prompt and also links to the tools that we talked about today. That's this week's episode from the Small Business AI Toolbox. If it was helpful, try it. Pick one workflow, put it in place, and see what changes in your day-to-day operations. If you want more practical ways to use AI in your business, head over to openthetoolbox.com and subscribe to the free weekly newsletter. You're also going to get the free AI Quick Win Checklist, which shows you the fastest, most practical ways to start using AI in your business today. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.